We live in a place people around the world dream of visiting.
We sure do, but not everyone would go to the lengths that one man from the UK did to get here. Tonight, KTVA 11's Daniela Rivera is here with his 4-year journey and the incredible challenges he faced along the way. Daniela.
That's right, Emily and James. Ben Jammin has been traveling the world for the last 7 years, but perhaps his biggest adventure yet started when he bought a Volkswagen bus in Chile and decided to drive it to Prudhoe Bay. While his adventure to the top of the world started thousands of miles ago, he tells me it's far from over.
4 years ago, I decided to buy an old Volkswagen Kombi in Chile with the intention of sharing it with anyone who wanted to come along with me.
Adventurer Ben Jammin documented his journey, an incredible 4 years on the road headed north.
That's the whole point of my YouTube series, is to show people out there how amazing people are.
Hi, I'm Ben. This is Alaska, the famous Peruvian explorer.
He found his travel companion in Peru, named her Alaska, after their final destination.
We're living off the grid here, guys, so we don't always know when we're going to be able to upload.
Ben took his thousands of followers to exotic places, and he also documented travel's twists and turns and the many bumps along the way.
The engine has been removed and rebuilt an incredible 10 times since I started the journey. I'm so over this.
50,000 miles later, they made it. But even though they crossed the border, they hadn't seen their last challenge.
The transmission started making horrible noises.
It has to be replaced, but time was running out and Ben didn't want to overstay his visa. So the Kombi sits in Haines, and Ben flew home only to find his biggest roadblock yet would be the U.S. Embassy in London.
They've actually denied me a visa, which means that I'm no longer allowed to visit America at all. I'm not allowed to go back and get my bus, which is waiting for me. And I'm not allowed to actually explore Alaska after 4 years of driving there, which is absolutely heartbreaking.
Ben Skyped with me from Jersey, an island off the coast of France, to share the news.
Because I've been away so long, they think that I've cut ties and I'm now a threat to U.S. immigration, like I might try and actually live in the States.
Since he told his thousands of followers, he says they've started writing to their lawmakers and even sending him marriage proposals.
Women in Alaska and women in New Jersey, it's been quite comical, quite flattering at the same time.
Unfortunately, it's not that simple, and the end of his grand adventure, Asta, Alaska, is uncertain. But there's one thing he knows for sure.
Alaska has been in the title of my show. It's the name of my dog, and it's been in my mind for 4 years. You must get to Alaska. And so I just have to see it. I need to know what this is that's been pulling me there.
He can't give up on the last frontier. Ben shared his bus with more than 100 people along the way and has promised to give it away to one of his followers at the end of his journey. And as for his dog, Alaska, she's in Canada waiting for the day they can finally explore the last frontier together. Emily?
Oh, poor puppy. Daniela, did the U.S. Embassy tell him how long he has to wait to reapply?
Well, there's no set time frame, but they say the longer the better. They want him to establish social and economic ties to his home, meaning get a job with a contract, go to school, or sign a lease and rent. Basically prove to them that he's invested in a life outside of the U.S. Now, he did tell me that in his 7 years of traveling, he's never overstayed a visa.
All right, thanks, Daniela. Following the rules, but still getting burned. What a bummer. Hope he makes it back.
Quite the story.